Hello, everybody. My name is Christian Eschbach, and welcome to another one of my album reviews. By my count, I believe this should be the 20th review, which means it is time for some CanCon. So, today we're taking a look at Priestess, Hello Master. Love these guys. They're out of Montreal. I've actually seen them live. They played in the city of Windsor, bar that no longer exists. Got to see them there. They were great. Wonderful band. Great group of guys. Got to talk to them afterwards. This is when they had first started to ride high off of some international success due to the release of Guitar Hero. I had known about them before Guitar Hero because being here in Canada and them being a Canadian band, they got a lot of play on the radio. This album came out in 2005, so this would have been during what I like to call the Great Canadian Invasion. Nickelback, Avril Lavigne, Sum 41, Priestess. I'm sure there's some other ones in there I'm forgetting about. They all were coming out around that time. They were, kicking the market, really bringing rock or punk or metal or whatever. What that whole era, kind of that whole genre, breathing some life into it. Thanks to Canada always being like 10 years behind the U.S. So, anyways, this album comes out. And I personally fell in love with it right away. It's a great album. Not every song's necessarily a home run, but they are all good, solid tracks. So let's get into it, eh? First track, I Am the Night, Color Me Black. Now, I'm not a huge fan of this song, but they opened with it live, if I remember correctly, and it's understandable because it's a great way to pump everything up right away. Just ba 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 da ba 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 da, and it's the most kind of generic hard rock cliche song on the album, but it gets the album pumped right away. It's just like, whoa. But it also, at the other hand, goes, okay, maybe this might scare me away a little bit. So, if you are a light casual listener, may not like it. If you really like hard rock, you'll dig it. I should mention that the band themselves refer to their style of music as Camaro rock. I can understand why they say that. They're from the Montreal area-esque. I can't remember the exact area, but factory area, stuff like that. So their sound is going to be very much like the Detroit sound for rock and roll, if you know what I'm getting at. It's got that industrial stuff. It's kind of like that same idea you get with Black Sabbath coming out of Birmingham. You get that darkness to it, that heavy side to it, because you got to compete with all that, machinery and that. So anyways, moving on. From there we go to Lay Down. Lay Down was the song that was on Guitar Hero. So if you played Guitar Hero, chances are you may know this one. I believe it was Guitar Hero 3. That's when they really started to use a lot of the original artists instead of having cover artists do it because, they could. Fantastic song though, man. It's just got such a good groove and a hook. I mean, you put it on, just bobbing that head, man. It's a good cruising tune. It really is. You can just sit back and get that one hand cruising going. Oh yeah, it's the type of song it is, man. It's Camaro rock. After that is Run Home, which is my favorite song on the album, I think, or might be tied as my favorite song on the album. This was a song that actually introduced me to the band, and I absolutely loved it right from the moment I first heard it, and including the misheard lyrics in the chorus. I always sing the chorus wrong. I sing it wrong on purpose now because I think it's funnier to sing it wrong. So I'm not going to get into it because I'm going to start confusing people. Like, no, this guy said this is how the chorus. No, I'm saying that I sing it wrong. So moving on. Great song. Absolutely great driving beat. When I say driving beat this time, it's a great boom, 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 boom. Like it's just steady, heavy, and it just Two Kids. Oh, this one. I believe this may have been inspired by a true story from the Quebec area, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong, but uh, two kids found dead in the water. I don't think they drowned. Murder investigation, stuff like that, opinions on it. I'm not going to get into speculation, stuff like that. I don't want to discuss stuff that can make people go, "Ooh," But that's the general gist of the song. It's a serious subject. It's not just let's talk crap. It's talking about finding two bodies and everything that goes with it, and the effects on the community and the parents and the siblings and everything like that. It's just horrible. Uh, Now, from there, it gets light again. It goes into Talk to Her. Great tune, great positive message. Just go talk to her, man. Just talk to her. Don't leave it behind. Just talk to her. It's, you know, talk. The key word is talk to her. Not talk at her, not talk, maybe talk with her, maybe a little, but talk to her. The idea is to communicate to her, It's a good message to me. From there, Time Will Cut You Down. Oh man, come on. That right there, that just with a title like that, it tells you it's gonna be a good tune, man. A little bit slower, but it's that whole kind of, it is. Time will cut you down. If you think about it, the longer you go on, the more you feel like time's wearing you away, cutting you down, taking parts away from you. Great music on this song. It's just this slow, nice groove to it. And it's not like slow, it's slow, just blues. I don't want to say bluesy. It's not a bluesy groove. I mean, you might say there's a little blues in there, but it's not. I don't want to get into that. Everything That You Are takes the tempo back up again. That's about really what I have to say about it. Everything That You Are. It's a good album cut. There's, nothing detracting from it. Just, it's a good album cut. The Shakes. The Shakes is kind of fun. It's not. Listener preference on that one, I think. Performance follows that. Good solid tune, but it's just that it's a solid song. It's not anything that just really jumps out. Living Like a Dog, another good solid tune. So it's one of those ones where if you love listening to an album, this whole album is solid the whole way from beginning to end. I'm pointing out what really stands out. Do these stand out? Not so much, but you're not going to complain listening to the album. They're solid when you're listening to the whole album. From there, we go to No Real Pain, which is really, really cool. Solid, fast, get you going, totally pumped up again. And then, if you've watched my other reviews, you've heard me say how much the last song on an album matters. And in this case, the last song on the album is Blood. Blood is, I would take it as a vampire song. That's how I do take it. Blood is a freaking fine song from a percussionist perspective. Percussionist slash I've done vocals. I'm not necessarily the best person you want on vocals, but when I saw them live, the drummer was the one that's singing on this song and playing at the same time. And the drums aren't overly complicated, but it's that perfect drum driving riff where you're just kind of working off the floor tom and the bass drum and the snare. Get a little, you just kind of work it around a little bit. It's just beautiful. And he's just pushing, driving it through while everybody's backing him up, and he's just giving her, and he's beautiful ending to the album. And that is something else I should mention. I did not realize when I first listened to this album that it was multi-vocalists on here. I suspected that there might have been two vocalists. Did not realize the drummer was one of them. I don't think I have ever looked at the liner notes. If there are liner notes, I don't think there are. There's some liner notes. You know, liner notes of the lyrics for the most part. Some cool pictures in here, stuff like that. All the songs are listed as being written by everybody in the band. There's nobody left out. It does not list which band members, though, do which instruments in the band. So that's kind of cool that way, too. I'm cool with that. That's, shows that everybody in the band kind of gets a little bit of a say, gets a little bit of a workaround. To me, at least, that's the way I take it. No defining roles, defining positions, which is great as well. I do personally like when a band has multi-vocalists in it. It gives a band more range, I think. Commercially, it's harder to lock down a band with a definitive sound that way, but sometimes commercialism is a little overrated. But another thing that goes with this is I usually don't buy first albums from a band unless I'm really impressed right away from the first album when they first come out, because usually if a first album hits and it's super hot right at the beginning, everything that comes afterwards always seems like a letdown or it's destroyed by the media or whatnot. Priestess, I broke the rule with. I heard 3 of the tracks off of here and went, okay, I absolutely have to have the album, listen to the album, love the album. I still put in regular rotation to this day. But their follow-up album, I've never gotten around to, unfortunately, because exactly what I said, the media and other reviews and stuff like that warned me off. I can honestly say I don't think I've even given it a try. I may have heard it in the background somewhere. I'm not sure. This album here basically is one of the best hard rock 70s albums outside of the 70s. So if you like 70s hard rock, this is what you really want to, this is, you want to check it out, man. You really do. This is worth having if you don't have it already. Outside of that, all the usual. Let me know what you think. Feel free. Please leave a comment. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. You'll get notifications when I send out a new video. Otherwise, I do thank you very much for watching. I love you all, and peace. Take care.